All right, as we get started, a little narrative recap. The crew of the Navajo sent down a landing party to, well, study the inhabitants of Argen IV. In doing so, I've started to experience seismic activity that keeps increasing. Um, and we will actually start on the bridge of the Navajo. During this course of action, as Jorvin, as you're reading several seismic activity on the planet of the ship begins to shake violently.
Okay. Lieutenant Jorvin,
Ooh.
what's the source of the shaking? Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's so fun. That's not in character.
On it, Captain. Jorgen will see if we can try to figure out what's wrong with the ship.
Give me reason plus science, difficulty 1. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus science.
Okay, sensor ops count as a focus.
Yes.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah, I should have taken that. Well, there was no momentum to spend anyway. Let me grab the ship. Sensor, science, blah, 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 blah. Two dice for the ship, right?
Yes, because you have advanced sensors. Well, there is a complication. I'll go ahead and take that as threat to be used later. So you gain 2 momentum.
We're going to slowly replace the ship with all Tellarites. Every episode, a character is going to change to a Tellarite.
Apparently.
Commander, the earthquakes on the planet, they're causing a disruption in local subspace and affecting the planet's gravitational pull. We might want to pull to a higher orbit.
Understood. Let's move back slowly, try to figure out what the distance of this subspace interference is.
And it's not just the local fault under that device, it's the entire planet, Commander.
So the entire planet is shaking violently enough to cause a subspace distortion.
Yes, sir.
That's problematic. Can we attempt to get in touch with the away team, please? Perhaps they've triggered something? But yeah, let's move far enough away to not be affected by the shaking.
I need a daring plus con, a difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's engines con.
I'll roll for the con officer since that's my job.
Sweet.
Helm operations focus.
Yes.
You said 2.
Div 2.
Take a threat. I think I'm gonna go fishing.
Oh,
Nice.
Someone can grab the ship.
Sure, I got the sheet open.
Good fishing. Good fishing.
Ship.
2 momentum gained.
Nice.
The Navajo maneuvers into a safer orbit as the shaking subsides a little bit, but you're still experiencing the effects of the planetary, essentially gravitational waves emanating from the planet.
I moved us out of the worst of it, Commander.
Well done. Let's keep trying the away team. And hold orbit, continue scanning as much as we can. Is there an origin point from the planet itself, or?
I didn't use my free question. I will ask about that. As I suspected, Commander, it's the pyramid itself.
Okay, good. That's good.
But isn't that where the away team was going?
That was their intended destination. Can we try Can we try calling them?
I'll see if I can race them, sir.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the planet's surface, even though I don't have a map for this part, the earthquakes seem to be getting more and more intense. As your communicator chirps.
Landing party, this is Solak.
Solog, this is Commander Cavall. We've detected that the earthquakes have worsened exponentially to the extent that the entire planet is shaking, and it has caused subspace interference up here. Navajo was pulled back a bit to avoid the worst of it. Did you trigger something down there?
Very interesting, Commander. No, we are not aware of triggering anything down here, but there have been violent quakes. The local inhabitants had informed us that these quakes have been increasing in their intensity over the past few days. Did you determine the source of these quakes?
It does appear to be centered around the pyramid. Are you close to its location?
We are at the pyramid location right now, Commander, and it is consistent with some of the readings that we've detected. We have noted that there is an underground flow of lava, magma, underneath the pyramid structure. There is also talk of a mysterious crystal that was left behind by what the inhabitants here refer to as the gods.
Perhaps some sort of precursor race, then?
Possibly. I have no direct evidence of this right now, Commander, but it is very possible that this crystal that they are speaking of might be the source of their energy that they use here for their electrical power. It also might be the source of what is causing their issues with these earthquakes. But that is inconclusive at this point. It is merely an estimate based on the fact that the civilization simply should not have this type of technology. And the only thing that we are seeing that's inconsistent is this mysterious crystal.
Interesting.
We also have a medical situation here. Dr. Vigo and Lieutenant Maxine Sanders have been knocked unconscious by the earthquake. We are currently posing as villagers who live outside of the city, and we had come here under the guise of a wedding party. In fact, I believe the two people that were going to be married are currently unconscious.
Are you... wait, are you saying that they were posing that they were getting married? Is that what happened?
Yeah, that was
that's amazing.
That was
so
good. We were a wedding party. I apparently was the father of someone. I can't remember who Vogel was going to be, but basically it was like Sanders and Vigo were going to get married at the temple.
Amazing. That's so funny.
I'll say that. By the way, I should roleplay that. Yes,
Right.
we had posed as a wedding party as a way of getting entry into the temple with the guys that Dr. Vigo and Lieutenant Saunders were to be married. Ensign Vogel and I were members of the family.
That is a creative way to, I guess, keep yourselves under the radar. Well done.
Thank you, Commander.
Yeah, that would not be my my way of doing things. Well done. Okay. Do you think that? Are you in a safe location? I could beam down some more medical teams if you require assistance. Or
We have no one near us right now, but if they were to beam into this facility right now, the inhabitants would want to know how they arrived in here.
If anything, Commander, maybe we should try to get them out of here.
That would be my recommendation.
very well. Get a lock on them and try to beat them out. Will the two of you be able to fare well on your own?
We will attempt to, sir.
Try to remain in contact. If your suspicion is correct and the crystal is potentially tied to it, perhaps it's breaking down in some way and causing the problems.
Commander, I am concerned about the situation in the sense that if we are to try to get help from these inhabitants, we may risk violating the Prime Directive.
That is correct. I would strongly recommend to attempt to deal with the problem quickly and quietly without alarming the locals if possible. But if your professional opinion dictates that the degradation of whatever this crystal is could result in the destruction of the planet at whole, then, so be it. Damned be the consequences. Do what you can.
Commander, to our knowledge, the only other vessel that has visited this planet was the USS Hornet in the year 2267, according to Earth calendar. Is it possible that they possibly left behind something like this crystal that has altered the trajectory of this planet's development?
I recall that we looked through the logs of the Hornet before, and we weren't able to find anything out of the ordinary. I guess it is potentially possible that they could have done something and left it out of the logs, but I think you'd need to be able to get eyes on whatever this crystal is to determine its technological origin, to see if it's something that the USS Hornet would have been capable of doing something with.
GM, I have a question I wanted to ask, and it would be based on Solak's knowledge of energy sources. Is it the type of thing that I would need to use a momentum to ask a question on that?
It
I'll ask the
depends.
question, and if
ask the question, and I'll tell you.
I'll ask the question, and if it needs a momentum, that's fine. Would Solak know that, let's say, a dilithium crystal or some sort of crystal that powers a starship of some way, would it be able to generate the kind of electrical power that this civilization is currently using?
Let's make this a roll. This is going to be an insight plus engineering difficulty 2.
Sorry, I need to do it from the page here. Insight engineering difficulty 2?
Yes.
Can I use cautious engineering as a talent here?
Yeah.
Since it's an engineering role. And would you take reverse engineering as a focus?
No.
Okay. Difficulty 2. I will buy a die with momentum.
Get it back.
We need spares, Pixie Knight.
Well, I'll start looking.
Cool. So what was that roll for?
My roll just now.
Yeah.
I sent
That
you
was so
something.
that
Oh,
I
okay.
I got,
Copy.
and I got something as well. Commander, it is possible that a dilithium crystal could be the power source that this civilization is using.
Can Jorvin scan for dilithium crystals in that area?
Give me one moment. Vogel and Solak, you notice as you're standing there, was a beautiful field. You notice that the river behind you, steam is sort of rising from it. And it's starting to get really warm where you're at.
Commander, if we're going to do something, I think we might be on a bit of a deadline here.
I would agree with this. I would think that the steaming water there is a result of the underground lava flow. I suggest that we use our tricorder to try and either locate this crystal, or we use the ship in order to locate the crystal.
If we're still worried about prime directive, sir, maybe we should have the ship scan for it.
Solak to Navajo.
Yep, still here.
I would make the recommendation, Commander, that Lieutenant Jorvin do a scan in the center where the temple structure is for either a dilithium crystal or a crystal energy source of some kind. And I would also recommend haste.
Understood. Go ahead, Lieutenant. To Jorvin. And then you guys already have the map layout, right? We got that already.
You mean map layout of the
temple, right? We were able to do that last week, right?
I think so, yeah. But we kind of know where this crystal is.
Right.
But there's complications to it, which I should probably role play with you before I discuss.
Copy.
Give me a reason plus. You're just trying to locate it?
Yeah, just and confirm that the idea that it's a.
Okay. Let's make this a control plus science difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensor science.
Okay, since we have some momentum, I'll spend one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking you to Vegas, Jorvin.
Yeah, but now that you said that.
Right.
I know, I
It's
should
been
have shut my
spoken,
mouth
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I still got to roll the ship here.
We're going.
Nice.
I believe that, does that fill us up and then we have one bonus momentum?
Yes. Gained 4 momentum from it, so.
Commander, I am reading dilithium crystal in the cave system beneath the pyramid.
Perfect. Commander Solak, we are detecting the presence of a dilithium crystal underneath the temple.
GM, he would know, Solak would know that a crystal just sort of left out there like that would be unstable, correct?
A dilithium crystal shouldn't be acting in this manner without some sort of apparatus into which to control it, is what your character would know.
He would know that it would, in order for it to be doing what it's doing right now, there would need to be an apparatus in place creating this.
The energy,
that's what he would
yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's struck with any, abnormal amount of energy, it risks exploding.
Got it.
That's why dilithium mining is dangerous.
Commander, go ahead.
I was going to ask for my free question. Can I ask, is it stable enough to beam out?
I mean, we could theoretically beam it into a containment field, right? It's definitely safer, there than down there. If we can at least somehow get a lock on it, at least.
Commander, it's a fairly large crystal, and it's not stable enough for transporters.
Understood. Commander Solak, you're the engineering wizard. Do you know of any ways that you can destabilize a crystal?
I would need to have access. I would need to have access to this crystal, and possibly the proper tools. Were you saying that it is unstable enough? It is not stable enough for you to beam it out of its current location. Is that what Lieutenant Jorvin said?
It appears it's too large and too unstable. A combination of both to be able to be beamed.
Then I would need to have access to this crystal in order to stabilize it. Very likely there is some sort of device or mechanism that it is currently connected to that is causing the kind of disturbances both in the planet and outside of the planet. I would need access to this machine.
Well, I still think you and Vogel down there are in the best position to get access to it. I can send down some additional engineers and beam up the wounded.
Beam out the wounded at the present time, Commander. I guess the question here, out of character, is: do we need to have additional people down there?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of like you take some supporting characters. The other people can grab some assist roles, and then let's say you get down there and you solve the problem. We could probably just beam you out, and then bada bing, bada boom.
GM, I saw the way that, let's say, temple people are dressed. Am I able to send that information to the ship so that way if they beam down 2 additional people, they'll be dressed in similar garb? Or is there not enough time for that?
It's unclear. You're thinking mechanically. I mean, this is technically for both Jorvin and you for a momentum spend here.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you surmise that the planet is experiencing similar to something of like a warp core breach, which may have
time is the factor.
Yeah, which may have an effect similar to what happened on Praxis.
So the planet could be destroyed. Commander, I believe that you can send down 2 additional individuals. The planet is unstable at this time, and it is possible that the planet could be destroyed. Both the ship, the crew, and the inhabitants of the planet are all in danger.
Very well. I'll send down some more engineering teams then.
Send down a science specialist and send down an engineer.
Understood. Who do we have?
Are they beaming down to the same site, or are you wanting to do like a site-to-site transport?
Can you beam us to the location where the crystal is?
I mean, GM, theoretically, do we have an accurate reading enough along with the map layout that we understand the parameters of the room?
I'll just say this, it'll be a difficult roll.
Copy. I feel like it's safer if we beam out the wounded and then beam the other 2 down to you, and then you manually walk it.
The access to the room may be difficult to get to. We could try, sir.
Well, I mean, up to you. It's either deal with it the on the ground way, or deal with it the difficulty of beaming. You're the one on the ground, so go with your gut.
Beam the individuals in. We will find individuals here that will help us.
Alrighty. Cool. So we'll beam out the ouchies who need to get some more fitness training.
I mean, you could also just do a first aid task to wake them.
I guess we could. How's your medicine, Vogel?
I'm competent. I could give it a shot.
Okay, you're much more competent than me.
So
If
then
they were if they were
yeah.
machines, I'd be able to get them awake.
Mhm. So then I guess in that case we'd want to beam down one engineer still, right? Maybe like what's his name? The Boolean guy we have, doesn't he have warp field dynamics and power systems? I feel like that's probably pretty good for the task.
I'm a pretty good engineer. I don't necessarily need someone to help me.
Okay, then I guess we can skip the beaming down altogether, I guess.
We'll try and wake him up.
Yeah, and Vogel's a pretty good engineer in her own
Yeah.
right, so I think
Yeah.
engineering's covered. And science, for that matter.
Where is the first aid task? I know I saw this like the other day. There it is. It is a daring plus medicine with a difficulty of 2.
2, huh?
Yes.
Let me see if I can add anything to this. No, not that one. Would you accept the value precision in every maneuver? As I'm trying to do delicate stuff to wake them.
Sure.
Huzzah.
Nice.
Alright, then I will buy a dice then with momentum.
Are you, I guess, trying to wake the doctor, Vigo?
Yeah, I tried doing something fancy, but it didn't take, so probably just first 2 and then the determination.
Yeah. So that 10 you didn't really roll that 10, so.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's 3 successes. Get a momentum. You manage to wake Vigo.
Come on, Doc. On your feet.
I'll take him for now. Yeah, he'll pop up and be like, "Oh, jeez, sorry, I wasn't expecting earthquake. I guess I dove when I should have rolled."
Time is of the essence, Doctor. Please revive Lieutenant Sanders.
Alrighty, he's doing daring medicine. He's got field medicine as a focus.
Yep. Diff 2.
Copy. He's got bold, so I'll give you a third die with threat.
Okie dokie.
I'll re-roll the comp. Cool.
Gain a momentum, and Sanders awakes from her slumber.
Oh, I must have taken a bad spill.
We do not have much. Go ahead. Sorry.
Does our new player wish to take Sanders?
Oh, there's a good idea. Get in the game.
If you want, that's fine. Well, that was a heck of a honeymoon.
I don't know if jokes are timely at this point right now, Lieutenant. We must act quickly. The planet and the ship are all in danger. There is an unstable dilithium crystal that is currently powering this planet's electrical systems. It must be located, and we must deactivate the mechanism that is currently connected to. I believe our only way of finding that is to go and contact the very people that led us here, which would be Isidore, the Temple Maiden.
Lead the way.
I think we're in a garden right now, GM, right? That's where we were before?
Yeah.
So I would like us to go back the way that we came back in towards the temple itself.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm just setting the scene up.
No problem. Ensign Vogel, are you good with interpersonal relations?
Do I know how to talk to people?
I believe I asked that, yes.
Fairly good, Commander.
Good. My expertise and my level of, how shall I say, to use your words, comfort, is in working with machines. I feel that it is important that we win the trust of this Isadora. She must take us to this crystal.
You head back straight towards the pyramid temple area. You hear the sound of swords clanking against each other.
Oh.
So are we seeing like combat that's happening right here?
Yes, two men are locked in combat.
Okay. Based on this layout here, when we were here last time, the high priest was here, was he not? I don't think he was here.
He appears to not be.
And he's not there now. Got it. All right, so these people are fighting. Interesting. I did not expect combat to be happening in this particular room. Some sort of fight.
Perhaps we could use this to our advantage, Commander. We could use
How
the
so?
chaos to sit by.
That is a good point. The question is, which direction do we go in?
Don't we have the general direction of the crystal and also the map layout of the temple?
I believe that Lieutenant Sanders was able to have that on the tricorder. Before you were knocked unconscious, Lieutenant.
Can we do let's do a quick peek and see if we can narrow it down and figure out which directions we need to run in.
There appears to be a stairwell to the west side of the temple complex inside.
This side here?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will come up to the door here.
It's your fault. The gods are angry with us. We should have invaded you long ago. Nonsense. Ching, ching.
Most interesting. At the moment their planet is apparently going to die, war breaks out. It'd be very interesting to study the species.
Well, later time, I'm sure. These logs will be very interesting to read later, I bet.
So the stairwell is over here?
Yeah, we'll make this a group roll to get past the guards. Give me a control plus security opposed. And you guys, it's a group, so one person just rolls.
Who's good with security?
Mine combined is a 13.
Yeah, that's same with Vigo.
I'm out. Mine's an 11.
Was it security and what?
Control security. The sneak
control security. Mine's a 15. So
that is you.
Control security?
Yeah, the sneak.
Wow, nice.
One person can
Difficulty
assist. If you want more assist, you have to spend momentum for it. You're setting the difficulty because it's opposed.
Okay, so I roll first?
Yes.
2 dice?
Yes.
Or more if you want to buy some.
Yeah, you can do more.
Oh, I cannot even assist.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can assist. Oops. It's like Three Stooges. We run into every pillar that exists.
A bunk.
Yeah.
He stumbled over debris or something.
As you stumble over, it's like their swords clasped. Like, you there! Help me with this man, and you shall be rewarded for your efforts.
Is Vigo down here with us?
Which one? I'm like right here. Yeah, I was waiting on it.
Right here.
So that guy is talking to who? Just all of us in general?
So all of you is like, help me with this man. There's like, you dare soil name by dragging innocents into our conflicts.
Yeah, we're civilians, and we just keep running. I mean, yeah, he's got his hands full. I don't like.
Vogel will speak up and say, "That's enough. There are people hurting out there, people dying. You need to help the civilians get to safety."
Presence Command opposed. They're kind of defending, so I'll spend a threat on this. Why not?
Who's setting difficulty?
They are.
Oh.
Difficulty is 1.
Yeah, I'm not the best at this, but
you had to mention Vegas, didn't you?
You say
she's gonna do it here. She's gonna do it. I have faith.
Oh no, sorry.
You say a
3.
one?
Sorry, diff 3.
Okay. Take the threat. I'm gonna take a threat. And I'll try all the momentum. We'll see what happens.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
There's a complication.
Oh, and my untapped. Oh, wait, I failed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Succeed, or is it every time you roll?
I think it's succeed. Let me double check that. Succeed.
Okay. All right. Their swords stop. They stop. Both of them kind of stop for a second, and they turn to you. Well, then why are you here? As both of them draw their swords towards you.
We are trying to find the High Priestess. Please help.
The High Priestess is conferring with the gods. You have no business here. Surrender now.
No business here. Do you see what's happening? We have to come together with the priestess. We have to pray together to fix the problem.
No one is allowed inside the temple. Or they're gonna attack you.
What the?
Are we armed with? I can't remember if we're armed with phasers or not. I can't remember.
I mean, I think that technically stand an issue,
maybe?
but I don't think that we took them. I don't know if we would take them on a mission like this. I have no idea. I don't recall.
I mean, it's standard protocol.
It's standard issue, so you would have your standard issue equipment with you.
You cool. Do 2E combat, it looks like. Ooh, cool.
Hooray.
I tried everybody.
Yeah, these guys are freaks.
I will spend technically, you guys go first.
Not having command.
You guys get to go first.
Who has the highest daring?
What does a daring have to do with it?
So 2E, if we're not sure who goes first, the highest daring does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't decide which one of us goes first?
Not particularly. I mean, we could.
I'm going last. I'm sure of that.
I have an 8, so
Oh,
As do
same.
I. Yeah, I think
Oh,
Vogel's
we're
going
screwed.
first.
yeah, we've got a little supporting characters, so we're gonna be going last.
Okay, I guess I'm first then.
Cool.
So they're like attacking.
Yeah, they got their hands. They got their sword, or well, their swords are already drawn, and they're approaching you, getting ready to charge.
Do I have to minor action to draw the weapon, or is that free?
You have the minor action to draw the weapon.
Okay. So I'll draw and fire at the closest one then. I should ask for permission first
Permission
before I do
granted.
any of this. So I'll go for that guy. Take a threat.
Okay. Well, it is just a flat diff 2, so control. Well, it's control security, but
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it's an even better stat.
not enough for the 19. So, but
Yeah.
that succeeds.
Do we have the cool phaser
Yeah.
animation?
Yeah, just gotta
I'm not sure
target it.
how any of this works now.
You gotta target it with T, and then you press the little hot bar.
Yeah. I'll just run it. And they go down, unconscious. Assuming this is stun. So
Yeah.
Of course.
You just
Yeah.
vaporized them.
Yeah, right.
I
Meet
mean,
your
if it
god, loser! Yeah, as you turn him into dust.
That's my untapped for this one. I think you get a threat.
I do. The other one is, what kind of sorcery is this? And charges at you. Give me a pose. Daring security. You're saying the difficulty.
I'm just gonna roll this straight. I think. Ouchie.
Alrighty.
Not bad.
Is it still attackers win ties, or?
I'm gonna double check because we did it the different way yesterday.
Technically, he
One.
beat the difficulty. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. He swings his blade at you. It is. You can avoid the injury. It is technically 3 damage.
I will take the damage.
All right. So you're gonna take 3 stress.
Yep.
Your stress does not reset, by the way. So you still are down the 2 from last session.
Oh. That puts me at 5 or 4 left.
Oh, I need to mark that. All right. It's the rest of the players.
Copy that. If nobody else wants to do anything, I'll take Vigo and have him shoot the one that is trying to punch Vogel. That would be my plan.
Oh, I should probably describe. He swings his sword, and because Vogel, obviously avoided the injury, nearly slashes her across the chest.
Okay. Copy. Yeah, I'll take Vigo. He has to do his minor action to draw the phaser, and then I guess I'll move him a bit.
It's difficulty 2, but complication 2, because Vogel is within reach of the guy.
Even from the current angle? Dang.
Yes.
That's wild.
Anyone who's within reach of each other, when you're shooting at someone, increases the complication range by 1 per person.
That's funny. Okay. Cool. He'll still do it, and then it's fine. We'll just kind of like dip around the corner and shoot. Alrighty. So still difficulty 2, comp 2. He does have phasers as a focus.
Yeah. Difficult to control security.
Yep. Oh, they're type 2s, so I don't know. He has a type 1 in his thing. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Control security. I'll give you a threat for a 3rd die.
It's a hit.
Copy. So, and then bada bing,
And he
bada boom.
falls unconscious.
Cool.
And that ends the combat round.
Oh, the other ones weren't attacking us?
They're unconscious. They're actually
or
dead. They're dead. There's a
okay, gotcha.
There's a pool. They're lying in a pool of their own blood. So
Vogel's gonna check herself for injuries, bleeding and such.
you're fine, but you are definitely a little stressed out.
Perfect. So Vigo, now that we're out of combat, can he try a first aid?
On who?
Vogel was the one that got hurt, right?
No one got hurt. She avoided the injury.
She's
Isn't
stressed.
there a role to give back stress? Was that a thing?
Right, isn't that a thing?
Only yes, it is a thing, but you can't really do it right now because she's not down. So the only way to get stress back is you have to either take a break, or you have to take some sort of a break, whether it's a short break, long break, or sleep.
And I don't think we have time to be taking a break.
Oh,
right
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, no,
I
we're on the
thought
clock.
there was a way to do stress on the fly. Copy. All right, sounds good. Then let's just move on.
So is this where the stairwell is? Or is it this?
Insight security.
Hmm.
Difficulty 2. Unless you're using your tricorder.
Let's
Then
use the
it'd be
tricorder.
And then it'd be insight
everyone's-
engineering.
Everyone's
Inside
unconscious
engineering.
now, right? So
Side engineering. You said difficulty 2. We don't have any momentum. I don't know if there's anything I can do to buy a momentum. One second here. She's cautious. All right, well, I'm just going to roll it then. Yeah, not good.
Charter indicates you took no stairwell there, or any door or mechanic that would allow you to proceed towards where the map shows there might be a stairwell.
I'm not detecting anything with my tricorder here, but there does seem to suggest here that there is some sort of hidden door, a mechanism that would trigger something.
I'm sorry. Could I make a roll to use my anthropology to see if I could deduce with this culture where there might be a mechanism for a stairwell?
Give me insight plus science. This will actually be difficulty 3 since the first test failed.
Could I use my anthropology as a focus?
Yes. You're not sure where they would have held a built in the mechanics to open a secret door or whatnot. There, you don't recall anything in reading in at least in the textbooks.
I'm still battled from the earthquake. My brain's not working yet.
If it's a powered door, shouldn't we be able to detect wiring or signatures of some sort? I mean, I guess we can roll. I don't pose that.
Well, I think that's what my tricorder roll was, and I failed it.
Oh, copy. I thought that was got it. So then, I guess there's no power signatures that deal with the door.
A trap door or a hidden door would not necessarily need to require any power in order for it to open.
Can we just do like a brief investigation of the wall? Or what is this narratively? I don't know what the room is that we're in. So like, is this a large walkway? Like, are these altars? Like, what are we looking at?
This is a burial chamber area. You're actually standing near coffins. There's urns along the walls, and then there's an altar of some sort on either end, representing the two city-states.
Okay, what's the one on this side? The red one, is that? I forget which one that signified.
Enor.
Anor, gotcha. Can we like investigate the altar? Because that like direct area is where the map says there's supposed to be something, right? That's still accurate.
The map says there's a stairwell beyond that wall. Whether or not the secret door's there or not, you're unsure.
Sure. So then, yeah, can we investigate the wall in the direct area? Look for any like cracks. See if there's field of draft. See if anything on like the altar looks like it's been touched more. That sort of thing.
Unfortunately, I won't let you roll on that anymore because there's already been too many chances at it. And the difficulty keeps rising with each failure.
Okay.
There is a stairwell beyond this wall, correct? That is what the map said, correct?
That's what your scans indicated.
Okay. Ensign, phaser a hole into the wall.
Yes, Commander. And I'll adjust the phaser to do that.
Give me I'll up the comp range. Give me it's control security, difficulty 2, complication range of should be 3, I believe. Yeah, 3.
Take a threat. Ugh, keep giving you threat.
Well done, Ensign.
Well,
as you blast
let's hope
a
it's the
hole in the
right
wall.
spot.
And this looks to be the stairwell.
Yes.
So I motion everyone to come follow me.
In the room, you do notice that there's a doorway over there.
Oh, there's a doorway there as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's go.
Well, I'm just saying there was a doorway there that was already
Yeah.
open.
So we just had to go around.
Yeah, but firing phasers is cooler.
Of course, of course.
Wait, there was a door that opened in this room the whole time? I'm lost.
All right, so
There's a door in the next room over here.
over here, there's a door that was
okay.
open, but we had to go around here. All right, we had to investigate around here, and probably in order to find it.
Gotcha. Fun. All right, cool.
All right, this is going to load. Okay. And there they are. There is the river of magma that we detected earlier.
Definitely looks pretty magma-y to me.
What is this fun stuff over here we're seeing?
I think looks like armor and stuff, maybe. And then the
No, the
lithium
glowing
crystal.
things. The crystal things.
Yeah.
As you there you go. Come across, you see Isadora with the two maidens bound down, praying. You see the lithium crystal with, surging energy, a couple statues, lots of adornments and jewelry being sacrificed where there is a golden skull.
Right here is the golden skull.
Yeah.
Right there. Do I see any sort of device connected to the dilithium crystals?
Not like from basic operation or observe or just visually. No, you don't see anything.
Okay. I'd like to do a tricorder reading to see if I detect any device that is connected to these crystals or is affecting these crystals in any way.
Reason plus engineering, difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2.
Also,
Still don't have
it is very hot. As you see glowing magma just bubbling.
Dang, I'm rolling great tonight.
One person can assist you.
Lieutenant Sanders.
Or Sanders, whichever.
Okay, yeah. Do I need to use science and engineering?
It'll be engineering.
And it's, I'm sorry, what was the attribute?
You'll just be rolling one dice, so it is reason plus engineering. So when you click on perform tasks, just set the dice roll to 1.
Yay.
Hey,
Yay!
Huzzah!
I was helpful.
There is a advanced, I guess you could say, computer system mounted underneath the two statues. It runs along, obviously has it, connections to the lithium crystals to where essentially the pillars help generate sort of a magnetic containment field that allows it to, draw in the ambient heat energy into, convert it into electrical energy to then run it up through the pyramid and then out through the magnetic ley lines. Essentially, planet-wide energy.
So just to repeat it, just so I can, there's devices that are underneath both statues.
Yes.
And they're creating a field around the dilithium crystals.
Well, they're the computer cores that regulate and manage essentially this reactor.
Got it. I turn back to Vogel and I say, Ensign Vogel, I recommend you using your interpersonal skills to speak with the with the priestess here, because I am going to need to look into these computers and try and stabilize these crystals that are currently very unstable. And I'm just going to walk right past all of them and go right over to where I think the computers are.
Nice.
And if they don't stop him, Vogel's not going to say a word. But if they do, I will.
Bell's like, you must leave this place. This is not for daily worship. Please, you'll just anger the gods even more.
High Priestess, please. There's something going on with the devices here. We're trying to help you stabilize them.
What device? The gods are the ones that provide us with the energy we need.
Solok speaks up and says, "There is no deity providing you with this energy. It is in fact dilithium crystals that are providing you with this energy. These crystals are familiar to us."
Looks at you confused. You must.
He steps forward. So go ahead.
You mustn't be here. I ask you to leave immediately.
High Priestess.
High Priestess.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Have you taken a look at your city recently? The tremors that are being caused here are destroying the entire city. If we
Indeed.
do not help,
they're also affecting the entire planet.
Right, and if we do not stabilize it, the entire city, the entire planet, for that matter, could be in jeopardy.
The gods will spare us. We must have faith.
What if this is the gods answering that call?
Indeed, High Priestess, logically, would you not assume that the gods sent us in order to save you?
Give me a opposed presence command.
What was the something presence?
It's presence command, but she's setting the difficulty. I will spend a thread on this.
These are definitely my best rolls.
Well, she only got a 1, so.
Who do you want to make the roll? Who do you think is more involved here?
Whoever said the line that didn't think the gods sent us here should be the primary roller.
That was me, I think, right? Was that me?
I think that was Vogel, because she's the one who said that, don't you think the gods might have sent us, kind of thing.
Got
it. Take a threat.
Solok
and just for flavor.
Yes, Solok can assist.
Okay, nice. That's good.
Ah!
Oh my goodness.
Never mind.
How determined are you?
So, presence command, that's what it was?
You don't get the roll unless I...
That's right, because you failed. Yeah.
You haven't used your determination yet, have you?
I did. Can I challenge the Prime Directive? Because that is literally what we're doing here.
Yeah, you are interfering.
And then can I use it on mission directive? I think it's at this point to stabilize this.
Mm-hmm.
I will actually probably take the alternative mission directive, which is the hidden one. To save these people. That's, yeah.
I'll re-roll all of them.
Okay. Into a complication.
But there's a success. There's
You got the success though, so
But now you get to assist.
now I get to assist. Okay. Command and presence, 1 die.
Well, you gain a momentum.
Oh, hold on. Untap potential.
Yeah.
Come on, give us a. Ooh,
You have a
8.
bonus momentum. What do you? Well, no.
I think we just gets it right. Is it bonus?
No, it is bonus.
Still trying to learn. Oh, it is bonus. Yes, it is.
So yeah, you would have to spin it right away.
Is there any trait we could possibly make to nullify this complication?
No, not nullify, because I haven't said what it is yet.
Can we increase the potency of our persuasion?
Well, you're not creating a trait. You're just convincing her
That's true.
that you are, helpers of the gods.
Can I create the trait that she might give us some assistance and maybe pointing to where whatever Solak's trying to find is?
I know what I found. I mean, I know where the computers are. I just have to stabilize them.
Yeah. I mean, if not, then we'll just let it go then. Oh crap! I gotta go mobile. Sorry, guys. I'll be mobile.
Okay. Very, very well, helper of the gods. Please save our people.
That is our intention. And I will go over here, and I guess what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to either access the computer with my tricorder, or do I see anything around the statue that allows me to interface with the computer?
There's nothing around the statue that you can see the interface with the computer, but you do detect a signal that you can tap into it with your tricorder.
Then I will do so. My intention here is to try and stabilize these crystals using the computer that they have.
All right. For this is going to be an extended task.
Woohoo!
To stabilize reactors. So this will be work 12, difficulty 3 with 3 breakthroughs. The difficulty is going to be a control plus engineering, and you can have 1 assist.
So control plus engineering with an assist.
Will the assist also need to be engineering?
Yes.
So engineering, her engineering is 2. Okay. I will buy a die. And I will use cautious engineering. Do you accept computers as a focus?
No.
Repairs and maintenance?
Sure.
Okay. I think I can re-roll that 18. No, I can only re-roll a 20. That's right.
You have cautious engineering, right?
Yeah, it's cautious. I was reading it wrong.
You can re-roll 18.
Oh, okay. By spinning, you may re-roll a single d20. Sorry, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll that 18.
And whoever is assisting.
Who wants to assist?
I mean, I have a total of 12, but I don't know if anybody would have a better engineering.
Since you're right next to me, I think it's you.
All right, here we go. Hey, that was helpful.
Well done.
All right. That's 3 momentum gained. Your engineering is 5. There is 1 resistance, so that is currently 4 work being done.
So just checking.
How much is the work track?
It's 12. You're still a little bit away from the first breakthrough, so.
So spending momentum to try and pierce right now wouldn't work.
Well, piercing's not a spend anymore.
Yeah. That's I'm still trying to get. I haven't really spent a lot of time with the work tracks in 2E yet.
So, you can spend 2 momentum to essentially do extra impact, which is extra work, equivalently to 1E. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's pretty sad now.
Extended tests have multiple different purposes now than what they did before. There are other things, unless do you have any talents that allow you for extended tasks? Which I don't think your character does.
When you attempt to use it's testing a theory.
That might apply here, though.
Yeah.
I think the new testing of theory needs you to have like multiple things that you've rolled ahead of time.
You have to, when you attempt a task using engineering or science, the first bonus D20 you purchase is free, so long as the one that you did before was successful. Right. If you created a trait that represents a hypothesis about an unknown phenomenon, you may also reroll 1d20 on tasks related to that hypothesis.
I mean, I guess you could.
I'll allow testing the theory to continue to apply here, or I'll apply for the future rules. Okay. So yeah, you just have to roll again. So it's control engineering difficulty 2. Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3 now.
It's always been 3. Sorry.
It's always been 3. All right. Yeah. I will buy another die with momentum. So wait, no. Now, if I buy a die here, it's free.
You get first die's free. The second die, it costs you 2.
2, yeah.
Momentum.
All right. So this is free, so I get a free die here. So I will. Should I buy another die?
Could probably use one momentum, one threat, buy the 4th die.
Yeah. So you allow splitting, GM?
Yeah.
Momentum and threat? Okay. All right. Then I'll do that. I'll spend a momentum and you can have 1 threat and I'll get another die. So that will give me 4 with a focus. Control engineering.
Nice.
And I can re-roll. I'll re-roll the 15.
15.
No, that's right. Never mind. I'm using testing a theory. I'm sorry.
No, the 15 hit.
The 15 hit. Yeah.
Your range is 17 and under.
Our range is 17 and under. Duh.
Just need the assist.
No help but no problems. So
it's true.
So 2 momentum gained. That's 8 work. As you continue working, the shakes, or the earth begins to shake even more violently. and continuously nonstop as the lithium matrix becomes even more unstable. This will increase the complication range by all tasks by 2. Since it's making it very uneasy. Your tracker also indicates that essentially the dilithium matrix will essentially ignite in a matter of minutes. So we're now at intervals.
Did I create a trait to lower the difficulty?
How you plan on lowering the difficulty with the trait?
That's a good question. Because the room is shaking so much, that's what's making it more difficult, right?
That's making it more complicated because you're having to stabilize yourself and using the tricorder.
Got it.
So complication range, is complication range 3 for any task going forward, and that's just not just the engineering. That's any task currently in the room.
Okay. Well, with the next roll that I do, I could use theory into practice because I succeeded at the last roll. I would generate 2 bonus momentum, but bonus momentum cannot be saved.
So yeah, I guess if you generate the extra momentum, you could use that to make a.
I can use that to make a trade or something like that. I guess the question is,
you'll just succeed on the next roll. By the way,
yeah,
if you succeed, you'll finish the extended task.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm overthinking this. Is what I'm doing.
I mean, we could, in theory, just take a knee like you would in an earthquake, and that would kind of help stabilize what you do.
Yeah.
In theory,
you can hold me steady,
Right.
so
I
don't
was
fall.
thinking my assistance time would not actually be helping you with the buttons. It's like I'm gonna stand right here and hold you steady while you're kneeled, and we'll just try to get it steady that way.
I was literally gonna say Vigo and Sarah could go. We could do like the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, where like we just hold hands, but just to make sure you don't wiggle around as much, I guess.
So we're at 8 right now. We need 4 successes in order to complete this. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So I get a free die right now. So I'm at 3 right now. We'll split. All right. I'll take a 4. Go ahead and do 1 momentum and 1 threat.
Okay. Diff 3.
And difficulty 3. Number of dice is 3. Go ahead and give me the assist.
Well, since I'm doing a different action to assist, do I need to do a different roll?
Presence command.
Okay. I shouldn't have said anything, but okay. Okay, well, I didn't make it worse.
Yeah.
2 momentum gained. That is enough. You bypassed the second breakthrough because you just completely finished the extended task. So hit the third one. The shaking finally stops as the reactor stabilizes again.
I believe I have stabilized the reactor.
Oh, that's a big relief. Good job.
Isadora kind of bows her head, prays. Thank you, stewards of the gods.
So, Locke, you go to stand up, but you realize that Maxine is still kind of holding on to you a little tight.
Okay,
and kind
sure.
of like doesn't realize it's over yet. And then when you go to move, she's like, oh, okay.
You may release me now, Lieutenant.
My apologies.
No apologies. That was quick thinking on your part, and quite logical. The
Thank you, sir.
situation here seems to be stabilized. The question I now have is, are these computers that they have currently? By the way, I got 2 bonus momentum, so I don't know if I need to. I think I
Do you
need to
want to
use
ask
that right now.
questions about it?
Yeah. When we've completed it, are the computers that they have right now, are these computers stable enough to keep these crystals from exploding, basically? Or is this equipment so antiquated that it needs to be replaced?
This equipment is old. The computers themselves, whoever built it, built a marvelous machine. Built it thousands of years ago. The race in question that built it no longer exists, but they are known as the Lethrins.
Lethrins.
Yes. They, all intents and purpose, built it to help them with their, study of the planet, essentially. The machine was inadvertently accessed roughly 80 years ago. The reactor should remain stable, at least for another, couple hundred years before it has to be retuned again.
Just making notes. I convey that information to the rest of the group right here, and tell them all that. It looks like it will remain stable for a few hundred years, but it will need to be retuned. Right now, though, their source of energy should remain consistent.
I'm assuming the away team now heads back to the ship discreetly.
Well, yeah, I think yeah, but do we want to role play this because they're going to see us? And I guess I'll approach the High Priestess and say, your planet is safe. The crystals here will remain stable for a significant period of time. I would not recommend, though, that be any other changes made or anyone come here to alter these crystals in any way. They are unstable in their base nature.
As High Priestess, I will ensure this sanctuary will not be allowed by any visitors.
High Priestess, you've been very helpful to us, and we are thankful. I ask for one last thing, if you do not mind.
May I have your names, so it may be recorded in our logbook of the individuals who were sent by the gods to save our world?
We cannot give you our names. I think just simply messengers from the gods would be sufficient. If you do not mind, High Priestess, we have one last thing that we need to do, but we would require you to please leave the room.
Of course.
Thank you.
And she, her and her maidens leave the room.
Solok to Navajo.
This is Commander Cavol.
We have neutralized the threat on the planet. The dilithium crystals have been contained and stabilized. We will give you a full report when we are back on the ship. We are ready to beam up.
Well done, Commander. We are beaming you up now. Stand by, and we'll beam you up.
Are you sure we can't take the shuttles?
I think we can beam you up, and then I was gonna just put Ensign Vogel by the shuttle, and that way you don't have to walk all the way back out.
That was my role play as we're being beamed.
Meanwhile, far and far into the future, a statue of
Nice.
Ensign Sarah Vogel is erected in the town square, along with 3 other individuals.
We just don't mention the wall. Okay.
That is the complication.
By the way, GM, I love the new bridge. Just FYI, it's awesome.
It is very pretty.
It is it is good looking.
Is there anything else before we fast forward a couple weeks?
I think we can fast forward.
Yeah, I think we're fine. So what's our mission? Are we getting like crew transfer orders somewhere else?
You rendezvous with the USS Intrepid, where 2 new officers. I do not have a map, but I am assuming Caval is there to greet the new captain. Your former captain, she departed some time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, we're just going to rule it as a family emergency.
Copy. That Beta Z house, man.
She went back to Beta Z. She had to.
Yeah.
She went back and had to take care of the family stuff.
Has all the new trade lines with the Ferengi, man.
Actually, no, it's probably on the transport bed. Never mind. Now that I think about it.
Hell yeah.
Cavalt, you stand in the transporter room. Transporter says, ready, or Intrepid is signaled ready for transport.
Understood. Energize.
And 2 will just beam aboard.
I'll do a kind of position of attention. Step forward and be like, greetings. My name is Commander Caval, Executive Officer, Chief of Security aboard the USS Navajo. Welcome to your new command, sir. And Lieutenant Tavria, yes?
Yes, sir. Tavria Rye.
Lovely. Welcome to the Navajo, both of you. I'll step forward and offer to shake hands with both of them.
Perone will step off the transporter pad and extends a hand and says, permission to come aboard, Commander.
Permission granted, Captain. We are happy to transfer command over to you.
No, very well. Well, let's head to the bridge and make that official then.
How was your journey on the Intrepid?
It's a fine vessel.
What class is the Intrepid?
Voyager.
Intrepid class. So
right, gotcha.
It's the I guess you could say the prototype version of it.
Yeah. Okay. Copy.
The variable effector warp nacelles are interesting, and it's still has that new car smell.
The Navajo may not be as new, but it's got good sensors. That much we can attest to. She's a fine ship, and while I have not been on it very long, the crew seems very competent and able.
Well, I've been reviewing your logs during the journey. We'll try not to fracture the Prime Directive much more, but I'm looking forward to working with you.
The feeling is mutual, Captain.
Well, Lieutenant Rye, looks like your seat's empty. Would you wish to take your position?
As you command, Captain.
We'll have plenty of time to get settled in and get acquainted, but there's a situation in the Badlands we need to see to immediately. Officer, would you give me shipwide, please?
Yes, sir.
Crew of the USS Navajo. This is Captain David Perrone here. As of this start date, I formally take command of this vessel. We have a bit of an emergency. We have a pair of missing starships in the Badlands, and we have been assigned to go and find one of them. I've reviewed your crew records and your logs. I look forward to working with you and getting to know each and every one of you. But for now, there is work to be done. And Perrone will signal to ops to close the channel. Commander, if you'd be so kind as to transfer the previous captain's command codes over to me, we'll get you moving.
Of course, Captain, and we'll do that.
Helm, that's in Vogel, correct?
Yes, Captain.
Very good. Set a course for the Badlands. What's our maximum safe cruising speed?
We have water spray tomorrow.
Excuse me, Lieutenant?
Sorry, just picked up girlfriend. Park. What's our cruising speed, GM?
I think warp. I want to say cruising speed is like warp 6. Like safe cruising speed. Maximum warp is like 9.4. I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, let's push it to 8. Let's see how good the engineer is.
Aye, sir. Setting course for the Badlands. Warp 8 on your red.
Engage, Helm.
Vogel will hit the button.
Jim, along with our orders, did Perrone get the last coordinates of the Voyager?
You've been given a search grid to start searching for them. Their last known coordinates is unclear. So there are 3 other starships besides yourself that are currently conducting the search. The Intrepid is one of them, followed by the Phoenix and the Artemis.
Yeah, thank you. Benson Vogel, here are the coordinates for our search grid. What's our ETA at the Badlands?
ETA, GM.
You're relatively close, so probably a day.
At current warp and speed, Captain will be there within a day.
Thank you, Ensign. In the course of the day, Ensign, I'd like you to familiarize yourself with the conditions in the Badlands. It's supposed to be some rough flying out there.
Aye, sir. I could get some simulations set up.
Lieutenant Rye, if you would assist the ensign with learning all she can learn about the Badlands, that'll be useful. Engineering, you come up with good ideas for helping us stay stable and in one piece out there, that'd be good too.
Yes, Captain.
Of course, Captain. And I immediately start going over the research I had on the ride over to the ship that I had started doing. Heard what we were doing. I started doing some pre-research, and I'm going to send it over to Vogel.
I mean, all you guys would pretty much know Badlands are pretty much plasma storms that are endless. So traveling is usually avoided by most ships, just because of how abrupt or how violent a storm could get at a moment's notice, causing several ships to be lost in that area, as well as our severely crippling ships. So it is a treacherous area.
Copy. Do our mission orders dictate what the other two ships were doing out there?
It doesn't. The Equinox was essentially conducted a survey mission of the Badlands. The Intrepid was conducting a classified mission. Or, sorry, the Voyager was.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. Obviously we can't learn much about the classified mission, but does the Starfleet Command have most recent kind of communications from the Equinox, at least?
Their communications abruptly ended. The same with the Voyager. So,
gotcha.
They're unsure what happened to them. Hence the reason why for a search and rescue.
Alrighty.
And Commander Cavall, let's schedule a briefing in the conference room at the beginning of Alpha shift. We've got a day, make sure everyone gets enough rest. Tactical, need to review everything Starfleet has on the Maquis. They're known to operate in the area. We'll want to be prepared. Any other ideas folks have for making our search for the Voyager a success? Bring them to the meeting. I'm willing to listen to all ideas.
Understood.
Understood.
And with that, the new captain's going to let his crew get to work.
Cool.
As the day comes to close, what is everybody doing in their downtime?
Perone is getting his quarters situated and his ready room.
Solok will attempt to cook Aurelian blood eel.
Nice.
Kavria would like to do the science in a science place, please.
Yeah, with the new mission, Kaval will just be chilling in his quarters, reading through Maquis attack patterns and the potential security risks of encountering Maquis vessels in the Badlands, that sort of thing.
All right.
And Vogel would be setting up the simulations in the holodeck because that's her file.
Once David has his quarters and his ready rooms situated, that won't take the whole time. He's gonna walk the ship from fore to aft, kind of greeting crew members, doing inspections, that sort of thing.
Okay. We're gonna start with Solak. Solak, you are headed for your quarters when you are stopped by a crew member. Commander, can I have a moment of your time, please?
Yes. What can I assist you with?
You would know this character because she's been on the ship front. This is Lieutenant Baxter. She is one of the ship's counselors. Given some of the tension that's going on, at least on the ship lately, especially since we're heading to the Badlands, I was hoping if you would be interested in participating in a, cooking competition.
Interesting. I'm not familiar with a cooking competition. Could you explain this concept to me?
You just cook a dish. You bring it forward to a group of judges, among other contestants, and they vote. The judges vote on which dish was the best.
Very interesting. Is there a particular type of dish that would need to be created for this competition?
The theme is pie. So whatever pie you can think of, that's
pie. Human dish. A pastry of some kind made of dough, usually surrounding a filling of some kind, sometimes fruit, sometimes meat. Really, the filling could be anything. Could you give me some specifics on what type of filling would be required for this pie contest?
bring your best pie to the cooking competition.
My best. Basically, the one that I feel is the best effort on my part. Is that accurate?
That is, yes.
Very well then. I will participate in this, if you feel that it is in the best interest of the crew.
I do indeed. And I love the enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. I'm not capable of that.
She kind of goes, "You're a little funny if you know that." I'll see you for the first round in 2 days.
Thank you, Counselor. I'll see you in 2 days.
2100 hours, 10 forward.
I don't know if an Aurelian blood eel pie would be appropriate for this crew. I will have to think of something else.
I'm sure you'd do just fine.
Thank you, Counselor. I will go and think on what pie I will make in the next 2 days.
Good luck. And she runs off, chasing down other crew members.
Note to self. Research pies that humans enjoy. And then I'll go to my quarters to research pies.
Okay. All right. And the Kevlar, was it you're in your quarters doing some research?
Yeah. Now that we've heard the mission briefing about Badlands, I'll be trying to catch up on Maquis knowledge.
All right. Vogel, as you are working, setting up the program for, you get let's just go, your comp badge chirps. Well, that's a door time.
Sizenson Vogel.
Let's just pull Ensign, I guess cool. Uh, Sarah, sorry to bug you. I could really use some help in the computer core. I'm trying to purge these logs, and I really could use some assistance on this. If you're
Who's
free.
talking? Sorry, no token popped up.
It's there's no token.
Oh, okay.
Right now. It's my dad's cool.
I mean, yeah,
cool.
I'm trying to finish. Oh. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up this program, but I could spare a few moments. What are you trying to look for?
I'm just trying to purge these logs, and this one set, it's proving rather difficult. Been trying to get someone from engineering, but they're all busy.
Yeah, we're all trying to get the ship ready for our trek into the Badlands. But let's take a look at what you're seeing.
So do you head down there to the computer core?
Yep.
You walk into the computer core. You find your fellow con officer with several isolinear chips strung about as he's frantically trying to purge some of these logs. Ugh. Thank you.
What did you do?
I'm trying to bypass to delete these logs, and they won't delete because they're encrypted. Who encrypts personal logs? And she comes. Sorry, it's really frustrating.
If they're encrypted, are you sure they're personal logs?
This is the database for the personal logs. I don't even know who wrote these logs.
You try putting your command codes in.
All I get is access denied.
Well, let's see if mine work.
And all you get is a computer error. Access denied. And it doesn't even give you a level clearance.
It's rather cryptic, don't you think?
Yeah. You see my frustration now? And they won't delete. I can't erase. I can't even purge them from the system.
Have you tried opening them?
Oh, we have to break the encryption.
Well, how hard could that be?
Well, I guess we give it a shot. Give me a controller daring plus security or engineering with a difficulty 3.
Is that momentum count accurate?
Yes. Actually, no. It'd be down 1 because new scene.
Diff 3, you say?
Yes.
Take a threat and now use 2 momentum. I don't think I have a focus.
I'm going to up the complication range to 2.
Nice.
Good roll.
What's the roll for Madaz? They can't
Bonus momentum.
get 1 bonus momentum.
I'll get it.
You've been hitting so much on that, man. It's crazy.
Should I add that to the bank, by the way? The bonus?
No.
Okay.
No, it's bonus. I got to use
Just
it.
bonus. Yeah.
All right. Well, it didn't hurt.
So as you're stumbling into this, encryption is pretty lofty. In fact, this now turns into an extended task. It is work 12, obviously difficulty 3 with magnitude of 5. As you notice, as you're breaking through it, there are 9 logs that are all encrypted that are like this. Currently, you're doing 1 work.
1 work.
Wowzers.
You do have a bonus momentum. You can spend 1 to do an extra work.
Yeah, I will. I'll use the bonus for that.
Bonus and then 1 momentum.
Yeah, it works.
Doing so that gives you the first breakthrough, and you pull up the log as it decrypts. The individual is from a Lieutenant Commander Dark Tolan. First log, it states log entry number 1. Stardate 47514.2. The situation in the demilitarized zone continues to worsen. Reports of civilian casualties are increasing, and Starfleet seems unable or unwilling to take decisive action. Can't help feel for the colonists caught in the crossfire. Their plight is heartbreaking, and I find myself questioning our role here. Are we really the ones doing all we can to protect them? And the log ends.
What was the start date on it?
47514.2.
That was did that happen a while ago or is that close?
Would have been last year.
I'll turn to is that Madza? That's not the least of all cryptic yet.
Who is this guy? He's not on board this ship.
Maybe they used to serve on the ship. Maybe we could look up his service record.
Okay.
Let's try to download these. Yeah, maybe if we download them, then maybe you could delete them off the server or off the computer core.
Since you decrypted the 1, you can only transfer the 1 log.
Oh god, is it an extended task for each of them?
The whole thing is one big giant extended task, by the way. Just
Oh, gotcha. So you just didn't get far enough to get more. God.
Yeah. How long did it take me to decrypt this 1?
probably about a good 10 minutes. Guy went through a lot of lengths to encrypt it. Assuming it's the original.
Well, I'll download this one and then I'll turn to her. Well, let's give the next one a try.
Same roll. Minus the complication increase.
And so you said diff 3?
Yes.
Take a threat, 2 momentum.
You succeed. Got a bonus momentum. It's 1 work.
Man, what was this guy trying to hide?
Whatever it is, I guess it's important. Not enough that we couldn't purge it from the computer core. I was only purging the logs that have already been transferred to Starfleet.
So it sounds that they already have this.
Well, these logs I don't think have been transferred because of their encryption. Maybe he didn't want them to be transferred. That's why he encrypted it.
This is so weird.
I wonder if we can get a program to help with this encryption, make it faster.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. See, I think we'd be hitting our heads against the wall if we try to do this manually.
We'd be here the whole night just decrypting all this.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think I have that much time. Let's give your program idea a try.
How are you going to create it? Or who are you going to get to create it? Or do you wish to enlist the help of someone else?
Let me have a think of.
All right. Meantime, I will go to someone else. Uh, is it Rawl? Is that right? Lieutenant Rawl?
Right.
Rye? Okay. It is after hours. What is your character doing?
Well, after her shift, she first would have probably seen if there's like a science lab, a dedicated area for that. 'Cause she wants to kind of get acquainted with that part of the ship.
There's a few science labs. None of them really have any active experiments going on currently.
She wants to just get comfortable with the layout and how everything's set up. Kind of introduce herself around, I guess.
You walk in, you see a Cation. Kind of doing a bit of looks like maintenance in the main science lab.
Hello.
You must be the new chief science officer. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, Tavria Rai. Nice to meet you.
Kreia, nice to meet you. Several of us are getting together at 10 forward if you care to join and meet the rest of the science team.
That sounds like a good idea. What are you working on there?
Oh, I was merely cataloging our recent survey operations.
Very good. Any particular I should know about what's going on or what has been going on so I can kind of be up to speed?
Other than the potential cultural contamination that the away team had on our last survey mission, nothing of note.
The eyebrow goes up, but she doesn't actually respond to that. Okay. Interesting.
Lieutenant Sanders is, potential, may be viewed as a god on an alien world.
That's okay. Yeah, no, I have to hear the story. And you see her kind of relax.
And she starts going into the spiel of what happened just recently, as she shows you the way to 10 forward, where everyone else is at.
Cool.
Nice.
Can I just real quick? I should have mentioned. I forget I'm part beta zoid at this point. Whenever I walked in, could I have gotten a read on just her emotional state at the moment?
Calm.
Just okay.
Keep in mind, for open book, it is a momentum spend.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Not bad. I will remember that. Promise.
But I'm not sure how much roleplay you wish to do, but
And not at the moment. I think I'll wait till we kind of get more into the Badlands before I crank her up.
okay. We will move over to Caval.
Howdy.
In your quarters, looking up things on the Maquis, I presume.
Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling. Just doing some studying, seeing if there's anything that might pop up.
Give me insight security difficulty of 3.
Copy. Is this some sort of an investigation type thing that I'm doing?
Just to notice something in reports.
What investigation is a focus work then?
Yeah.
Copy. Alrighty. I'll give you a threat for a third die. Actually, I'll give you a threat for up to 4 die because you said difficulty 3, right?
Yeah. So we'll make this complication range 2 then.
Copy. Okay. Alrighty. Bop, bop, and comp range 2. Whoa. Wowzers. And then intense triggers. So I generate 1 bonus momentum for each D20 purchased.
Yeah.
So 2 more.
2 bonus momentum.
Yeah.
3 momentum gained.
Cool.
I'm going to send you something real quick.
Copy.
And you have the 2 bonus momentum to ask questions if you like.
Yeah. What like type of reports are there? Is the increased activity centralized in any one location? Is it just kind of sporadic, or is it very much isolated to the area of the Badlands? Copy. Okay. All right. Any way for them to determine, like, are they doing search patterns? Are they looking for someone? Any way to determine what they're doing, I guess, would be the second question.
That you won't be able to get that information.
Okay, so there's no pattern to their movements?
What you got from your report, it's you're kind of understanding, like, okay, there's things going on here that there's more than what it seems.
Gotcha, okay. Gotcha. All right, I will save the information. Keep track of all of those kind of extra Maquis activity movements and whatnot, and I'll do like a non-priority send to the captain, so when he wakes up, it's on his pad, and then we'll discuss it at the briefing in the morning. But just so he has the data when he wakes up, assuming it's nighttime, I guess.
Yeah, it's after hours.
Yeah. So I'll send it over as like not a non-priority thing, so you can look at it, and then we'll talk about it in the meeting.
Yeah. Oh, Vogel, your stress track is back up to full. It's because you've slept since then. So.
What stress?
Lastly, we'll move to the captain. What is our new captain doing?
Like I said, once he gets himself situated, he's practicing what's known as management by walking around. He's going to tour the ship. Talk to random crew members, spot inspections, that sort of thing.
Do you want me to roll what area you're randomly where you're going?
Sure.
Out the airlock.
I was going to say, right out the airlock.
No, the GM got a complication.
Oh, well, no, that's I think more of system. I should have probably just rolled that. So you're currently checking the essentially the weapons bay area. Like, let's just say one of the security departments.
Very good. Hoping he won't actually need anything in there.
Now, if I rolled computers, you would have walked into the computer core.
Yeah.
You are greeted by, if someone wants to play Marlowe.
I'll do more.
Currently in the armory.
Oh, Captain. Hi. Hello. Hi.
Evening specialist. And how are things in the armory this evening?
They're tip top, sir. I wasn't expecting you to come by here, but yeah, everything's here. Everything's in order. Nothing really much going on right now.
Excellent. So, how long have you been aboard the Navajo?
Oh, I've been aboard about, well, I guess I'll use your reference, about 2 years now, according to human solar cycles.
Very good. So, how do you like it?
I like it, sir. It's it's a job. Beats what I was doing back on my home world. I was a private investigator.
Well, that sounds interesting.
It's not as interesting as it sounds. Basically, people lose stuff and they ask you to find it, and you go and find it. Sometimes you find it, and sometimes you don't. Eventually, it just becomes very repetitive. So I decided to, join Starfleet.
Well, I hope working in the armory here is not repetitive and boring for you.
Oh no! I mean, I actually kind of like it. Especially, also like it when I get asked to go down on away missions. I went down on one fairly recently that involved the Ferengi. That was interesting.
How so?
Well, they were trying to extort a planet to protect it, and we were able to find out that they had some sort of really messy contract with the planet that was totally null and void. The previous captain helped negotiate that, which is actually why she transferred out of here. She's dealing with all of those negotiations with the Ferengi now, it seems. Bottom line is the planet didn't have to give the Ferengi everything that they asked for, and it looks like they're in a better shape now.
Sounds like you all did good work.
Yeah, I think we did pretty well.
All right, so you've been on the ship for 2 years. Tell me one thing you think we do really well, and one thing that you think we can improve on.
Oh, that's a tough question there, Captain. I mean, what we do really well is if we need to find something, we're pretty good at doing that. Whether it's finding stuff out in space or finding out that there's a dirty contract that's been put on a planet by a bunch of Ferengi extortionists, we're good at finding stuff. As for what we could improve upon, I would just say we could improve upon consistency in the captain's chair. You're the third captain of this ship in under a year.
Well, I hope to break that trend.
So yeah,
for a while, it's a good ship.
Oh yeah, she's tough. They do a pretty good job. We do a good job taking care of her.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a cat? Do you have a cat?
You have a cat?
I think there's occasion complaining.
Yeah. The comms line is on. No.
Walls are paper thin in here. We really should work on that.
Oh yeah, I've been reinforcing them with. No, I'm kidding.
Who let Spot
So what do you
out?
think? What do you think about this ship, sir? Where did you come from, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, so far so good. From what I've read, looks like a competent and professional crew. Be happy to work with y'all. My last command was Springfield class, USS Chekhov. It was headed in for a refit, and it was looking like I was going to get about 6 months, maybe do guest lecturer spot at Starfleet Academy. And no, then the Voyager and the Equinox went missing, and they felt this ship needed a captain. So no guest lecturer spot for me.
Is that where we're headed next, sir? To look for those two ships?
That's correct. It's the Starfleet. We're not leaving anyone behind.
Well, again, sir, if there's one thing that we're pretty good at, it's finding lost things.
I'm going to hold you to that, specialist.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything else I can help you with? If not, I got to get back and basically reorder all of these phaser rifles. Somebody put them back in the incorrect order.
No, I'm just making the rounds, getting to know folks. But if you think of more specific answers to that second question of mine, make sure to pass up the chain of command.
Aye, sir.
I find that it's the people doing the work, doing the hard work of running this ship, the ones that know what's going on, the ones that sometimes have the best ideas.
Aye, sir.
Carry on specialist, and then the captain will wander off to the next place.
All right. We're gonna head over towards 10 forward.
Oh my god, that scared me.
2 science officers exit the turbolift. Ensign Vogel.
Lieutenant, how are you two this evening?
I am showing the new chief science officer around.
Nice to see you again, Vogel.
Yes, you as well. How are you settling in on board the Navajo?
Well, she's a pretty good ship.
Can't wait to test her legs a little bit in the Badlands.
That's definitely going to be an interesting ride.
Oh, thank you for those sensor readings, by the way. They're very, very helpful setting up the simulations.
Oh, of course. Preparation's always the best. Besides, you get bored on a long trip when you're not doing anything.
Ah, just the person I was wanting to see. Ensign Vogel, I have a question for you.
What is it, Commander?
I would like to know your opinion of the Earth dish known as apple pie.
Apple pie. I mean, it's all right, I guess.
Is there a particular apple that you like? I know that there are several different types on the planet Earth. Honey Crisp, Honeydew, etc. Granny Smith, I believe, is another one.
It's always partial to Fuji apples myself.
Fuji apples. Very interesting. You are Lieutenant Rye, are you not?
I am.
I give you the Vulcan salute, and I say, Vulcan honors us with your presence. We come to serve. I am Solak, son of Teres.
I give the return greeting. I am Tavria, daughter of Voris.
Are you from the planet Vulcan?
I was, in fact, raised on Beta Z with my mother. She is a
Really?
diplomat there, but I did recently spend some time on Vulcan with some extended family.
Really? Interesting. Have you engaged in the Kolinar ritual?
I did not. Emotions are kind of important to my mother.
Very interesting. So you identify as Vulcan, though you do not adhere to Vulcan philosophy?
I've always found it makes more logic to introduce as a Vulcan to a Vulcan. I am me and who I choose to be.
An interesting use of logic there. I can't say that I agree with it, but I do understand its principle.
It's about a 50-50, I'm not going to lie to you.
Tell me, on your planet, is there anything equivalent to the human dish known as apple pie? Your mother's planet, I should say.
Apple is sweet, correct?
It can be.
There is a fruit dish. It is a baked fruit dish. The pastry is a bit different, I believe, than Earth, but the fruit itself is made to Beta Z.
Interesting. What is the name of the dish?
Baked wahili?
Baked wahili. Note to self: look into baked wahili.
What's your interest in pies all of a sudden, Commander?
Oh, I have been asked to enter a dish into it's a ritual that you humans seem to engage in, which I find interesting. It is called a baking contest. I have been asked to enter in a dish in this baking contest. My initial thought was to create some sort of pie, and I believe a very common dish on Earth is the apple pie.
You cook? And the eyebrow goes up.
Yes. I do engage and enjoy, and I shouldn't say enjoy, I do engage and find very interesting the culinary arts of the galaxy. It is almost like breaking down a contraption or a device in order to understand it better. I break down the components of dishes, understand how they are made, and reassemble them.
Fascinating.
That would explain your interest in human and Bajoran pies. Oh, yeah, Bajoran, right? No, Beta Z, sorry.
Beta Z. Yes, I'm trying to get a better understanding of pies. To simply create a human apple pie would be interesting, but I feel it might be a little bit limiting, so I am exploring other types of apples for the pie. Catharian apples in particular right now, but this dish that Lieutenant Rye has suggested has also piqued my interest.
Yeah, the wahili fruit itself is a bit sweeter. I suppose it'd be equivalent to apple, just slightly more tart, if I remember apples correctly.
More tart. Good to know.
Are there pies on Vulcan?
There are dishes that are similar to pies, but not necessarily the same thing. The dish of wrapping a filling within a dough crust is very common on many planets, though it depends upon the type of wheat that the planet grows.
You could also consider some of the meat pies that I've heard of. A Bolian friend of mine told me there was a particular home planet pastry dish that he always enjoyed.
I did consider the concept of having a pie that was not a fruit or vegetable, but I feel that for those of us who do not eat meat, it might be best to have something a bit more open to the palate rather than having something like meat. I myself do not eat meat.
Oh, I don't either. I just thought I should mention it to fulfill your scientific curiosity.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation. Thank you for your suggestions. I hope that the pie that I make is something that you will all find fascinating.
I swear he's not your typical Vulcan.
I don't know. I think I'd have to disagree with that. That seemed very Vulcan to me.
I suppose I don't really know that many Vulcans to make a comparison.
Honestly, until recently, I only knew one other, really.
Oh, tell me, Lieutenant Ryan, how good are you at computers?
I use them quite a bit for what I do. Anything in particular?
And Vogel will kind of look around a little bit. We actually found some logs that are heavily encrypted. We were trying to think of who might be able to create a computer program to help us decrypt them.
GM out of game real quick. Would that be a security or an engineering problem?
You could tackle it both ways.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could help with some of the technical aspects, but I'm not going to lie, I forget my own passcode sometimes, so I wouldn't really be able to help with the actual breaking it down. But if you needed some help with the overall scheme of things, I wouldn't pose to that.
We're just looking for someone who could help us create the program to try to decrypt it. I'm sure we could handle the rest of it from there, but if you're interested, it is quite of a mystery because we have no idea who made it, why they're here. We don't even know what all the logs say.
Ah, science. Yes, I will definitely do that. That does sound interesting.
There's a lab over here, down here a little bit. Well, office, more like.
I think that's a
You
better
know the way?
place than where I was thinking.
So, yeah.
Where's this lab at? I'm lost.
South. Or I guess go through the walls.
You could phaser your way through the walls.
Well, not again.
Oh, you wouldn't know that story.
She points to the computer console. Do you wish to create the program to help with the decompression? Listen, I consider this to be like a trait creation, so this is going to be. Now my question is: are you wanting to lower the difficulty or remove resistance?
Oh, that resistance is ridiculously high, so let's do that.
Then this will be a control plus engineering difficulty 2.
Okay.
And I'll assist you.
None of my focuses are going to come to play here.
Oh my God!
Let's go!
Bada bing.
So, just so you know, GM, this might actually change what I do. I do have intense scrutiny. Whenever you succeed at a test using reason or control as part of an extended test, you ignore any resistance. Oops. Maybe lower difficulty then.
Okay, well it's still diff 2. It's still the same roll. So, but you gain a momentum. You have that program trait that will help make it quicker. So 2 momentum generated. And
She goes up to the computer and she starts typing, and is that what you want?
I think this will work nicely.
There you go. I am here to serve.
What do you think, Madza? Back to the computer core? Give this a try.
let's hope it works.
Good luck, you guys. I really kind of want to drink now. So I'll meet up with you later.
You're welcome to join us and unravel the mystery.
Oh, tempting. Okay, yeah, let's go.
It's a party at the computer core. As we head back to the computer core. And you were left seeing a pile of isolinium trips on the floor still.
Madza, we should really clean this up.
Yes, but priorities first, right?
Of course. What was I thinking?
So this will be a control plus security or engineering difficulty 2.
I think I'll take the lead on this one because I totally forgot I had intense scrutiny, and it's really good.
Yeah, do it.
So I'll take the lead on. I'll use a momentum.
That is really powerful now that I look at it.
I know. That's why I took it.
You succeed. Your G score is 3, so with your intense scrutiny, that's 3 work. I get a threat.
You get a threat, however.
I am spending 2 threats to up the complication range on the next task roll.
Shit. I apologize.
We'll make that a potency of 2, so we'll increase the complication range on the next roll. But you
Tavria got
managed.
excited.
So next task roll is going to be at complication range 3, but you did unlock 2 more logs.
Is there any way I can use momentum to give more work?
It is 2 momentum per extra
How much work do I have? How much work did we do so far?
Currently, you've done 6. You're halfway through.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Up here we go. Looks like we got a couple more. Let's give them a play.
I will first post the logs in Discord. Entry log number 2. Stardate 47556.6. I had a conversation with Ensign Peril today. His family is among the colonists, and the stories he shared were horrifying. It's clear that the Maquis are the only ones standing between these people and complete annihilation. Starfleet hands are tied by the treaties and politics, but the Maquis are taking action. I can't blame them for that. Stardate 47599.8. I've been reading more about the Maquis. They're not the terrorists Starfleet makes them out to be. They're freedom fighters, doing what they must to protect their homes and families. I'm starting to wonder if our own orders are truly just. Can we really stand by and do nothing while innocent people suffer?
I think we might be unraveling a something kind of deep here.
Rye is just very staring intently at the entries, and her face has kind of gone stoic.
I guess we know why maybe these are encrypted. Maybe he didn't want anyone to read these.
I think we need to finish decoding these and give them to Commander Kevel.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So difficulties 2, control, I guess using engineering, with the complication range 3 for this roll, given your earlier roll and threat spent.
Would that turn on your testing a theory?
No, this won't.
Well, I mean, since you're a lead, yeah.
Oh yeah. Besides intense scrutiny, still too good.
Yeah.
Take a momentum. You said comp range 3?
Yeah. Oh, you succeed.
I get the bonus this time. That might be a complication, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to reset the range.
That is a complication.
I'm very mad, apparently.
You're fine.
But that does unlock 2 more logs. Oh, I'm selected. I gotta select it from Notepad. because OneNote doesn't like Discord.
Oh yeah, OneNote sucks.
Log entry 4, number 4. Stardate 47642.3. I've made contact with the Maquis sympathizer. It was easier than I expected. There are more of them within Starfleet than I realized. They shared their perspective, and I can't help but agree with them. We're on the wrong side of this conflict. Something needs to change. Log entry number 5, stardate 47685.4. I met with a Maquis operative today. They're organized, passionate, and dedicated to their cause. We talked about the possibility of me providing aid. At first, it was just a hypothetical discussion, but now I'm seriously considering it. The Navajo's patrol routes could be valuable information.
And Vogel's probably just as stoic as how do you say that? Rye?
Rye. Like rye whiskey.
Probably just as stoic as Lieutenant Rye at this point.
I do turn and try to make eye contact with Vogel. Just like the face is very expressionless, but the eyes are very like she's getting madder and madder, and she's trying real hard on the face. The face is very Vulcan, but the eyes are very Betazoid.
And Vogel will just say, "My thoughts exactly. Let's finish this."
All right. The complication range is 2.
Use a momentum.
Hey,
Nice.
you succeed. That'll be enough to get all the logs. All the remaining ones. Log entry number 6, stardate 47728.7. I've made up my mind. I can't continue to serve a Starfleet that turns a blind eye to such suffering. I've arranged to deliver supplies to a Maquis cell. It's a small step, but it's something. If I'm discovered, it will mean the end of my career, but I have to take that risk. Log entry number 7, stardate 47771.2. The mission went smoothly. I delivered medical supplies to a Maquis base without incident. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm making a difference. I know the risk I'm taking, but it feels worth it. The Maquis welcomed me, and for the first time, I feel a sense of purpose. Log entry number 8, stardate 47814.5. Starfleet Command is becoming suspicious. There has been inquiries about the missing supplies. I've been careful, but it's only a matter of time before they figure it out. I need to make a decision soon. The Maquis have offered me a place among them, but it means me leaving everything behind. Log entry number 9, stardate 47857.9. This will be my final entry. I've decided to join the Maquis. I can't stand by any longer. The injustice I've witnessed, the lives I've seen torn apart, I have to act. I've arranged to fake my death during a routine shuttle mission. It's risky, but it's the only way. If anyone ever finds these logs, I hope they understand why I did this. I'm doing what I believe is right.
This is recent. This is like 5 months ago.
Rye turns from the computer and takes like 6 steps back and just stands with her back to the console and is just quietly seething for a moment.
Ensign Vogel to Commander Kevel.
This is Commander Caval. What can I do for you?
Sir, can you meet us at the computer core? There's something you need to see right away.
Understood. I'll be there in 5.
And Vogel will just download all the messages onto a pad.
As you're doing that, someone's like, "Oh crap!" Starts putting isolinear chips back away.
Rye walks back and then sort of adjusts her uniform when the commander's on his way. And you hear her kind of muttering to herself very quietly. And I guess the translator would, it's quiet enough the translator couldn't pick it up, but it sounds like Vulcan.
Yeah, no, I'll just head down to the computer core.
Yep, speed up plot. You arrive.
Yep.
Wish.
Hello,
Hey,
everyone.
You probably see this look of defeatedness on Vogel's face as she's holding a pad, kind of shaking a little bit.
Is everything all right, Ensign? I'll take the pad. We'll start scrolling through it. His like antennae will twitch a little bit. It's like, which of you discovered this?
Was a group effort, sir. It was Ensign Madza that first discovered the encrypted logs.
Well done, Ensign. It is
Oh,
good that you discovered the truth.
these log entries are stamped to a Lieutenant Commander Jar Tolan.
Yeah, can I pull up the Navajo's kind of logs of this officer?
He died in a shuttlecraft 5 months ago.
Copy. What was his role on the ship?
Chief helmsman.
Oh, interesting. Was there anyone else on the mission? Like, what were the circumstances of the death?
It was no wreckage of the shuttle was found, except for a handful of pieces of it.
So what? He just went solo in a shuttle to.
It was essentially a supply run down to a planet in the demilitarized zone. Sort of an aid mission.
Interesting. I'm assuming it says what planet and all that stuff.
One of the worlds.
Yeah. I mean, we'll make a log. I'll have to go and report that to, Captain and Starfleet to let them know that this person faked their death. Was there anyone on the Navajo currently that served with this individual that was close with him, or
There was an entire crew rotation.
assistant, right? But like close to his role, right? Like one of the other chief helmsmen. Who did he bunk with?
I mean, he didn't bunk anyone because he was a senior officer. But everyone that was on the Navajo previously was transferred to other ships when the former captain retired. So they did a crew rotation.
So nobody on the ship at all served with this guy. Oh my god. Okay. Alrighty. All right, fine. Cool. Well, you all did very well. I'll make sure to write in my logs that you acted well in discovering the truth of this situation. We'll contact Starfleet Command to inform them that Lieutenant Commander Jarek Tolin faked his death, and that he is most likely now working with the Maquis. I will also ensure that all security teams in the morning do complete sweeps of the ship systems, just to ensure that we're not missing anything else.
Thank you, Commander.
Thank you all. It was good of you to bring this to my attention.
Definitely not how I wanted to spend my first day, but thank you, sir.
It was a good first day. You assisted your crew, served admirably, and did a task that needed doing.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. If there's nothing else, I believe that this matter has been adjourned.
All right. We're gonna speed a plot to the next morning, when the captain was holding a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you were conducting a briefing, Captain.
Yeah, I was counting heads. Does Cobalt double as my security chief?
Yeah.
All right, good morning, folks. Let's get status reports from every division. We'll start with Mr. Vogel and work your way around the table.
Captain, with the information from Lieutenant Rye, I was able to devise several piloting programs to assist in training and to help navigation and try to predict some of the anomalies.
Excellent. All ship systems in your division ready for a trip to a little turbulence.
Recommend we try to reroute power to the engines for faster response times, but everything seems to be in order.
Engineering concurs with this opinion, Captain.
Sounds like a good plan. We'll follow up on that. Lieutenant Rye, how are things in sciences?
We are as prepared as the information we have, sir. I'm making sure everyone stays on top of their sensors and to verify the information that we find as we get it.
Very good. Is this your first time being a department head?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Congratulations. Best
Thank
word
you,
of advice I can give you is get to know your people as soon as you can. You treat your subordinates well, they'll make you look good.
Understood, Captain.
Dr. Amon, sick bay ready?
Yes, sick bay is secure, Captain.
Very good. Commander Solak?
Engines are functioning as normal. All power is available to the bridge. I would recommend that we modulate shields as we enter the Badlands. You will have the power to do so. We could also tap into auxiliary power if needed.
Very good. And Commander Cobalt, security.
I've looked into Federation channels. It appears that Maquis in the area surrounding the Badlands presence is amplified. Starfleet intelligence is looking into reasoning as to why, but as of yet, no further conclusions, but likelihood of encountering Maquis vessels appears to have increased.
Make sure the ship is ready in case we encounter them.
All defensive and weapon systems are running admirably within acceptable parameters, and all senior staff will be on rotation for once we arrive in the sector.
Very good. There is, of course, with this room, just for the ears in this room, the reason I asked you to look into the Maquis is that was the Voyager's mission, was to hunt down a specific Maquis vessel. That's what they were doing. It's what they were doing when they disappeared.
Do we have reason to believe that the Maquis destroyed the Voyager?
Not enough information to go on at this time. The Voyager is a new ship, but from what I've read about the reports of the Maquis, I hardly think they have the firepower to take on an Intrepid-class starship.
Then we would have to assume that they are missing and that they are disabled somewhere in the Badlands.
That seems most likely. Commander Solak and Lieutenant Rye, perhaps the two of you put your heads together and find us a good way, or find us a new way to track the Voyager's warp signature and its ion trail.
The ion trail would be much easier to track than necessarily the warp signature due to the plasma storms in the Badlands, but it is possible.
Yeah, we'll have to recalibrate the auxiliary sensor array, but I think we could do it.
I concur.
Very good. Get it done. Any other suggestions or recommendations?
I feel like it's one of those situations where we have to keep our heads on a swivel and be prepared for anything that might happen.
Agreed. All right. Anything else I need to know?
It's not directly related, but due to the good work of Ensign Vogel, Lieutenant Tavria, Matsukul, I discovered an encrypted log, blah blah blah, and I'll do the whole rundown of all the thing that just happened. We don't have to do the whole recap.
Blah blah blah. Are you having a stroke, Commander?
Exposition!
Yeah, exactly. We don't have to do expeditions of the thing that we all were here for. But just to let the captain know, there was a Maquis sympathizer, blah blah blah, that faked to death, and I would have already reported it to Starfleet Command. That the dude's a little stinky loser.
Interesting. I knew this individual. I'm very surprised that he was engaged in this activity. He gave no outward indication that he was a Maquis sympathizer.
Oh, I was under the impression that none of the crew had served with him. Did you serve with him in a previous posting, or?
We went to Starfleet Academy together.
How long ago was that, if you don't mind me asking?
It was several years, sir. You can check my record if you wish. But at Starfleet Academy, he was very dedicated. We kept in contact over the years. He gave me no indication that he was dissatisfied with the Federation, or that he was a Maquis sympathizer.
Unfortunate.
Honestly, Commander, it's probably more about what happened since you've known him that changed his decisions.
Yes, it is regrettable that he reacted emotionally to this situation.
Indeed.
He's unfortunately not the only one. There have been others that have followed that path.
Sometimes it's difficult for folks to see what's going on in the demilitarized zone and understand why we have to do what we have to do. It's a difficult situation. I understand why that happens, but I don't approve of it. When you sent this on to Starfleet Security, did you include sensor profile of the shuttle that was stolen?
Yeah, so attached was the shuttle that was destroyed, in quotes. all of the mission logs from that time, all of his previous logs. So that at least shows them where the missing supplies went, and they're now aware that he faked a death and most likely has a stolen shuttle. So
excellent work, everyone. I am most appreciative of the initiative that was taken on this. It's what I like to see it's what I like to see in young officers. Well, if there's nothing else, we should be coming up on the Badlands fairly shortly. Let's get to work.
Yes, Captain.
Lieutenant Tavia, a moment, if you will.
Of course, sir.
And I'll just pull her aside, like out in the bridge area, I guess. Like I could not help but notice a visual negative emotional response. You appeared to get rather angry when the Marquis were mentioned. Was there a reason for this? Are you capable of continuing on currently?
Yes, sir. Being half Vulcan on occasion, it is difficult to let go of my emotions, and they do hit rather strongly. Finding the information of a, for lack of a better term, traitor, it struck a chord.
I understand. Your sympathies are shared, I can assure you. But take solace in the fact that you assisted in discovering this traitor's transgressions, and move forward with the philosophy that you will keep an eye out for any others that would seek to follow that path.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I will attempt to keep myself in more control.
Copy. And he'll just nod and go and sit in the first officer chair.
And I'll go take my spot.
And we all go to the bridge.
As you go to the bridge and take your stations, on the view screen you can see you see the preliminary of the Badlands as you're prepared to enter.
Ooh. Camera B over here. Sweet.
And I think that is a good place to end today's session.
Yup.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Yay!
Let's go!